All right, so I don't usually watch Twitch. I don't like, I'm just not, it doesn't suit my lifestyle. Live streaming just doesn't work for me.
That's fine.
Right? I'm not, yeah.
I understand.
Right? But anyway, I saw a really interesting Twitch clip. Actually, like literally this morning from Siegel talking about
The lad.
Yeah, talking about the rash of Overwatch players we've seen retiring this
Oh,
year.
yeah. We never got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was pretty crazy.
the entire time this has been going on, people have been saying, "Oh, they make too many balance changes to the game," right? And that made no sense to me because Overwatch gets like a major character balance change, like maybe every 2 months or so, which seems like
They do make a lot of PvE changes.
yeah. Then, of course, like
Smaller meta
that's-
changes.
Yeah, PTR type stuff, right? Like that's
Sorry, PvE.
yeah.
Sorry,
I don't know what the Overwatch.
sorry,
version
they
is.
all mesh together for
yeah.
me.
It's all the same kind of system.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, 2 months sounds like obviously that's a little bit, but other games update just like that, totally fine, more frequently even, and people are totally fine with it.
Are you saying you didn't believe Siegel?
No, I'm saying Siegel explained it and now it makes sense.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
see a similar clip that he's actually had multiple clips explaining it, and I was like, wow, okay, sorry.
No, yeah, I've seen a couple explanations. I don't know if I've seen one from him, but this is like one that actually I was like, okay, now it kind of makes sense. I don't know if I'm still on board with it entirely, but I can kind of see where they're coming from at least.
For sure.
Yeah, where he compares other esports, like he breaks down CS:GO, and he kind of explains it as such. CS:GO has many maps and a few balance changes. Dota and League of Legends has one map, and they have several balance changes, like every couple weeks type business.
Yep.
And Overwatch has a problem where they have many balance changes on many maps.
Yep.
And the combination of the two is what messes with pros because apparently the meta changes on a map by map basis for every balance change. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I get it.
And then even further, especially compared to games like CS:GO, you have the amount of heroes, champs, whatever you do want to call them, for Overwatch as well.
Yeah, 31 heroes, I think 31
Which
now.
you could compare to League of Legends or Dota, but even compared to a game like CS:GO. CS:GO for pros, it's still a stressful occupation, but comparable. When you put it like that, when you put those words into I was like, wow.
Right, yeah.
A very simple explanation.
Yeah.
And then you add on to that away and home games and an actual franchise league and everything else that's on top of being a pro, and it just makes a lot of sense.
I can see how it would be kind of be a mess, and I think part of that. Bear with me. I think part of that probably just means the league needs to manage itself better, and it's not so much a problem with the game so much as it is the league and how they do things. Because maybe I was thinking about this, and I was like, do we need to have a really random map pool for Overwatch? There are so many maps. I think we're almost at 25 maps in the game.
It is a lot.
And if this is being called out as such a problem, because obviously I didn't get it because I'm not an Overwatch pro, right? But obviously the pros must have been trying to communicate this for a good minute, and I don't think anybody would really, really aggressively mind if, say, they made it so you get two maps. These are going to be your control maps. These are going to be your payload maps that we play competitively. Maybe change the maps once per competitive season or something. So it stays a little fresh, but you aren't running into this problem as extensively.
I think something has to be done, just clearly because when you compare numbers of Overwatch pros compared to other pros scenes, especially the top level, it's pretty crazy to see what a franchise league has done to retirement. People are retiring just after they turn 20. It's pretty freaking crazy.
Kind of insane. I was really confused because what's wrong with all these people that they're or what's going on behind the scenes that all these people want to head out?
Is it a thing where if one retires, everyone else feels I can go.
Yeah.
One person speaks up and they're like, I can retire too. Heck yeah, I'm out of here as well. I don't know. It certainly was weird, especially after watching videos about it, how you see so many pros go.
Yeah.
In such a pretty limited amount of time. And so, I don't know. I feel like there are definitely esports out there that are comparable, though, and you don't see the same retirement rates. So I think it's a kind of a mix of, pros either need to adapt in that scene, or, yes, like you said, the league or the game itself needs to change to more suit to the players. Or you're going to have people that say, you're a pro player. You put up with this kind of stuff. If you want to be the very best, suck it up. If you don't, go home. Which they are going home, by the way.
Admittedly, if you look at any major sports, no pro athlete is happy all the time.
Yeah.
Like they have to
Tons
put
of
up
travel,
with a lot
tons of stress,
nonsense, right?
Tons of money.
Really bad diets that not bad, like bad, good for your body, but like horrible, like tasting food and smoothies and stuff to maintain like shape to a certain
I didn't
extent.
understand that kind of thing. If I had to live over like, guys, don't take offense. If I had to live in like an Asian country, I don't do well with Asian cuisine, like legitimate Asian cuisine. I probably couldn't live there.
Yeah.
So I understood that part of the argument for at least the Chengdu guys.
Yeah, the Chengdu.
They're in LA.
Yeah.
They hate the food. Understandable.
Which, admittedly, America's food is like so much lower, and like different in quality in certain ways that I can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
And real quick, sidebar, just to lighten things a little bit. So, this will be a brief story.
Okay, hit me with it.
Yeah, I just think you'll find it funny. So I spent like about 20 days in China, like back in like middle school or so, right? Went with a group of people. Obviously, you stay in China for 20 days, you're going to be eating Chinese food.
Heck yeah,
that's the
actual
deal.
Chinese food.
Right? Yeah. We're not just going to like, we're going to have Papa John's every day.
Mickey
like,
D's.
No, yeah, right. Although their Pizza Hut is way better than ours, not gonna lie.
Okay, sidetrack.
Yeah, but anyway, so there is this girl on the trip who went on the trip and did not tell anybody that she was really bad with Chinese food.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and did not come home.
She almost didn't.
I mean, to be fair, maybe she...
Jake, it got bad. Like, I was sitting next...
Did she not realize how real Chinese food was?
I don't know. Because we very specifically went out of our way to have, like, authentic Chinese food before we went to China.
Yeah.
Right? To make sure everybody was, like, cool with it and all that. To a certain extent, anyway. I mean, food is food. Just eat it, right? But anyway... We're on the plane back. She's looking like literal death, like a zombie straight out of Resident Evil, right? It is creepy as heck. I thought I was gonna die on that plane, but turns out she just didn't eat.
Oh,
for like,
what the?
For like probably like 75% of the time we were there.
Yo, ask for some saltines or something.
Yeah,
My
right.
God.
We were in hotels. The hotel breakfast was like eggs and toast and stuff,
no.
and she just didn't eat because she's like, Chinese food is bad. I can't eat that.
Jesus.
She almost died.
God, well,
Yeah,
thanks
like
for the sidebar.
actually,
So
yeah,
obviously, there's a lot of reasons why, and I understand with a few players, especially when it comes when you list it all out, the meta changes, the map changes, the amount of heroes in the game itself. Alongside that, all the travel time, being in a city where you don't even want to live in, the food. That's a lot of reasons to hate what you're doing if you're not making what you think is a reasonable amount of money. Which I'm not saying
definitely.
they have decent salaries, but is it worth doing it if it's going to affect your health so much?
Yeah, for sure.
I understand with it. Things need to be changed. Most likely, we'll see if these retirements do continue though. In the future.